What's up, guys? Welcome back to my Dexter Resurrection review series. I am Dexter, not Morgan. These reviews are all going to be spoiler filled, so definitely make sure you've watched the episodes before coming here to listen to me talk about them. I'm going to be doing episode 9 and 10 together this time. Episode 10 is a really softer, slower episode, so there's not a ton going on, but episode 9 was an absolute doozy. By far the best of the season, so mostly I'll be talking about that anyway. But I'll be covering both. Been away for about a week because I banged my head really good, and I had to go to the hospital to check for a concussion and everything. Everything's good, no bleeding, so nothing serious, but I spent a lot of time resting instead of recording. But yeah, back at it, checked out both episodes, and was satisfied with the ending of especially episode 9, which, like I said, exactly what the inevitable was going to happen happened, and one of either Dexter or Batista is going to have to go. And I mean, I guess they could have possibly kept the Batista Dexter thing going for throughout season 2 and then throughout season 3, but how much can you really stretch that out? It would just be stretched out really thin, in my opinion, especially if they want to bring in Quinn and everything. But yeah, I mean, Prater just ends up an absolute psychopath, and it seems in both these episodes, characters start to change and evolve in really different ways, and their personalities really switch. Like Uma Thurman's character, Charlie, you get the reveal with her mom in episode 9, and you get this softer side. I love that scene in the car where Dexter puts the chain around her neck, just like the dark passenger, the other dark passenger does, and you get this much more emotional side of Uma Thurman with a great performance. I really want to watch more Uma Thurman films because I've really only watched Batman and Robin, Pulp Fiction, and Kill Bill, so that's my Uma Thurman history, and then this. But yeah, her personality switched, and then you got Leon Prater, I think Jordan. Oh shit! Why am I blanking on his name? I blank on names all the time. Peter Dinklage. There you go, Peter Dinklage. His character got so psychotic with his phone calls with Dexter and how he, you know, looks. Just his look when he talks to Charlie and his conversations with her are so sinister and spooky in such a silent way, and yeah, he, at the restaurant, I love that. I love that conversation. And they go have a conversation outside, and it's tense as hell, him and Dexter. And Dexter basically makes it clear, keep Harrison out of this. That's it. Like, that's really all he asks. It's not a big ask, especially in the world, quote unquote, that they're in. Like, it's supposed to be secretive, so why would Prater want to, fuck with Harrison anyway? But it is what it is. And he technically doesn't get Harrison involved, but he gets his assistant Charlie to get Harrison involved, and that sets off Dexter. And man, I gotta talk about that ending. Like, I obviously we knew shit was gonna go down when Batista was strapped to that table, but we didn't know what. And Prater is looking at Dexter when Dexter comes in, and he's just admiring him and giving him that opportunity. You know, join me and I'll bring you all kinds of serial killers from around the world, and you can just kill them all for me in front of me. Which sounds boring for Dexter, because Dexter is all about the hunt. So I don't think he would just want to sit around waiting for Prater to bring over some killers and then Dexter just kills them. But regardless, obviously Prater's a freaking psychopath, so Dexter's going to be like, fuck that, you're done. But yeah, the choice of Batista, I'm like, how could Batista doesn't fit the code in any way, shape, or form? What the hell is gonna happen? But I loved how Dexter sliced him. I like unstrapped him, and he just gets right the fuck up, and he just grabs Dexter, and his face looked like he was gonna have an aneurysm. His veins was popping out. Such great acting, and he's holding Dexter down, and you think the show could end with Dexter's death again, but in a more poetic way, because he's dying at the hands of his best friend. But then he gets shot like 6 times, and you know, falls down, and Dexter whips this friggin' axe at Charlie. I don't know why he aimed at Charlie instead of Prater, but I don't know. I don't know what happened there, but I guess maybe she was just in the way, or she was the first one there and Prater had already gone, but yeah, and he didn't have too much time. But like, I love how he whipped it, and I love the camera work there. It was just so well done. And then he's locked in this vault, and Prater gets away, and he does the whole creepy goodbye thing, and then Dexter and Batista's last conversation, which is so poetic and heartbreaking, because I don't like how they villainized Batista. I've said this right from the beginning, but they did the best job they can with sending off Batista. And I heard a lot of theories that, they could have had Batista resurrected, like at it, not in the season 2, but in episode 10, or in season 2. But they resurrected Dexter in crazy ways, so they could resurrect Batista in crazy ways. I just think if they bring him back, they'll bring him back as somebody like a vision Dexter has, just like the other characters come back. But yeah, I heard a lot of theories. That would have been cool. I wouldn't have been against that because I love Batista, but we'll see. I doubt it'll happen, but we'll see. I just love the poetic conversation between the two. And then episode 10, it was just, I don't like epilogue episodes like this too much. Like, as soon as they said, it starts off immediately, everybody's getting ready for the gala. So I'm like, okay, 45 minutes of a gala? Come on, like, is anything going to happen? They wrap up some things. They wrap up the New York Ripper, but it's so lame and boring. And they're just it's a send-off episode. And I love the ending of episode 10. I love the whole boat thing, and it's very, like, the way he talks to the camera, saying, like, I'm back and better than ever, like, this is how you want me. I'm paraphrasing, but it seems like he's talking to the audience, like, yeah, we did want you back. We hated that you were killed off. Yeah, that's awesome. And I don't know how they're gonna go with Dexter and Harrison from here on out, because they're gonna have one hell of a complicated relationship, and it could get as complicated as Deb, and there's gonna be a love and hate there for sure, because it's gonna be tough, and I don't know. I'm curious to know what's gonna happen with them, but I am also really excited for Quinn coming back, because Quinn is gonna be the next Batista, and that's my guess. If I was a writer, that would just make most sense. Quinn is gonna now, for season 2, probably chase Dexter and catch him and do the same thing, which I'm on board for. But yeah, I mean, there's some cool things at the gala that happened. The Claudia's dance was ridiculous. I did not like that. That was a moment where I rolled my eyes. That was a moment where I was like, why did you put that in there? Why? The Bee Gees thing was funny with the headphones when she's looking at a crime scene, but it's not funny when, I thought she was heard the song and was gonna, like, I thought she was gonna, like, catch a killer. Like, Bee Gees are playing, the New York Ripper loves Bee Gees or something. I thought she was gonna run in and catch a killer. No, she runs in and just starts shaking her ass on the dance floor. Cool, but cheesy as hell. So that was yeah. But it was a cool ending for this season. But the episode 9 should have been episode 10 in my opinion. But anyways, that's episode 9 and 10. This season was middle class for Dexter. There's better ones. There's shittier ones. Excuse me. And yeah, I mean, it's right in the middle. So we'll see where it goes with season 2, and I hope get at least 3 seasons out of this. So bring on Dexter, and we'll see if Original Sin gets resubscribed, because I know there's petitions going out for there, but still need to finish that one. So subscribe to Morgan Film Fan if you like to listen to my voice, or if you like my film reviews. I'll be back with more soon, so stay tuned for those. Check out what's on the channel already. Stay tuned for what's coming. Until next review, have a good one. Take care and cheers.